Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day, and today is Sunday the 14th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning fairly late for me. Actually, I woke up super stupid early, and then was able to lay around for a little bit, and then got back to sleep. So I did actually get up like really late, like it's way late for me. So I got up, it was like, I don't know, 8:30, something like that. It was crazy. So I got up, got the dog out, went and jumped in the hot tub with my banana and my liter of water, and then my bride got up and she slept in a little bit also, like it was like 10ish or so. Like it was super late for her too, which was super odd. Both of us don't usually sleep in that late, so kind of threw us off for a little start to our day, but got a few things done. She got up and around. I was just hanging out with the dog, got the dog fed and medicated and all that good fun stuff. And then from there, we had plans to go have lunch with some friends of ours, and we're like, that'll work. So we kind of reached out what time they wanted to do, where they wanted to go, trying to figure it out. So we finally settled on a place. We kind of went through, I don't know, half a dozen places, maybe more. And a couple places we talked about going weren't open on Sunday, and so on and so forth. So it kind of is what it is. So we ended up settling on a place called Malibu Grill. It's up in Port Orange in the little plaza area right there by the movie theater in Texas Roadhouse. So we agreed to meet there at like, I think 11:30, I don't know, 11 o'clock, whatever time they open up, we were planning on meeting it in. So I was like, okay, that works. And I kind of humming around in the morning. I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and get my running stuff in before that, so I can basically have that over with. And I'm like, no, I want to run longer than that too, so I don't know, who knows. And I was like trying to get my mind up, exactly. So I wanted to run, by the time I got around to figure where we're going, I didn't really have time to get a full run and then a shower and all that stuff in. So said to hell that, waited until after dinner, after lunch, whatever. Thought no big deal. I usually don't eat breakfast and lunch except for my hard-boiled egg or my banana in the morning, so it's kind of an odd one for me. But so we basically jumped in her car. She wanted to take her car, so I'm like, yeah, it works. We backed out, put the top down, and got to drive up with the convertible, which is always nice. It was gorgeous weather, a little smidgen warm, but not bad. Roll up in their stuff, and we got there like literally as they were turning the sign to say open. Text my friends, I'm not sure what they're driving, and I'm like, hey, we just got here, not sure where you're at. We just pulled in the silver convertible, and they're like, we're right behind you. And I'm like, okay, cool. They'd already parked. We'd parked in front of me, not knowing where they were. So we got out, we all went in. They'd never been there, I guess. I thought they'd been there before, and it turned out to be kind of a bit of a bougie place. Like, it was a little fancier than we thought, but it was fine. We ended up grabbing some mushroom appetizers for the table, and I was expecting like a breaded mushroom or something, like you had like an appetizer. They brought like this giant, like sizzling hot skillet full of mushrooms with a little bit of cheese tossed on top. And I was like, that's fucking weird. Like, it would have been great with like a steak, or would have been great with like some mashed potatoes and stuff, but just as like a standalone appetizer, it was strange. It was definitely not something I'd ever order again. If I ever did order it, I was getting like, you know, like ribs or a porterhouse or something, and mashed potatoes and all that stuff. I would order them as like an extra side, but as an appetizer was weird. And we all four like ate all the mushrooms we wanted, and we were all tired of the mushrooms before they were anywhere near done. So we had leftover mushrooms at the end even. But we ended up selling a BLT croissant. My wife wanted turkey BLT croissant, I think it was. And I was like, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And we almost always split entrees. So they got mahi mahi tacos, and I don't remember what he got. I think he got the Malibu burger. I don't remember exactly what it was. I think that's what it was. So he got that, and basically everything turned out looking great. Everybody was happy with their food. Karen and I split ours up, and all I had was like a shitty butter knife. They brought us an extra plate, but just a weird shitty butter knife. But luckily his sandwich had a actual steak knife, so I used his steak knife, which helped. So still cut our sandwich up, and we left there full. Like, we were plenty full. Like, we had fries also with it, and fries weren't good. He had onion rings. He said they were really good. So, but he only had like 4.5 onion rings. He's like, you guys want one? I'm like, dude, I'm not taking onion rings. You only have 4.5. Like, that's not enough for me to justify taking one of your onion rings. I kind of laughed about that. So we had a great time. We got done there. We walked around the little area park area, kind of sitting around stuff, and they just reopened up our Chuck E. Cheese down here. So they've got young kids, and they had kind of home-hawed and talked about the whole fact of like they wanted to see what it was like in there. And like, dude, let's just walk in there and see if they can let us look around. I'm like, who cares? So walked in their stuff, and they're kind of looking over the counter, and like, we just wander around the place and see what we got. And they're like, yeah, go on in and say, let us in. So we wandered around the place, checked it all out, and basically had a nice little look around. They got trampolines and shit in there. They got all kinds of crazy stuff. And for like $100, you can take 6 kids in there for the birthday party. I think it said 2 hours of gameplay, unlimited drinks. I don't know about the food. Didn't say about food, but for 6 kids, $100, and her kids have talked about wanting to go. And I'm like, I guess one of them has a birthday coming up here pretty soon. She goes, well, I guess we're bringing the kids here for the birthday party. So worked out. They got to learn about that, which is cool. We left there, went around a little bit, just talking to them, shooting the shit. And they had to go. He wanted to get a nap. He had to work tonight, so he wanted to head out. So they headed back, and then we got home. We put the top back down after we left the restaurant, and we were laughing. It looked like it was going to rain, and we made it home without getting rained on. So I was pretty stoked about that. I was like, yes, it didn't get rained on. Because her car, you have to come to almost a complete stop, if not a complete stop, before the top goes up. So if it starts raining on us, I got to pull over, come to a complete stop on the side of the interstate, put the top up. Or a lot of cars, you can, at 30 mile an hour, so you can put it up. You know, it's not that big a deal. But this car does not let you put it up until you're either stopped or like below 5. Like it's almost stopped. Like, so at that point, you might as well stop. If you're going down to 5, it don't really matter. So, but yeah, I went ahead. We got home safe and sound, no rain. Wife headed off to the grocery store. She had to get some groceries and all that good fun stuff. So she went out and did that, which was all good to go. I hung out with the dog, just chilling out with her in the house. And then I went ahead and went and got my run in, got some good miles in my run. And one of the things I was running by, one of the guys I know, he's got a shop that he builds cars and stuff himself, works on his own shit, whatever. And he had talked about this year getting an AC for the garage, and which he did. He got the AC for the garage, but when the AC's on and it's super hot out, doors never open, so I never know if he's around or not. But I saw him outside as he was moving some stuff in. So we stopped and chatted a little bit, and he informed me the, I guess, secret code to when the door's down, if he wants people to stop in and talk or not, or blah, blah, whatever, that if this happens, you can stop. If this isn't happening, don't stop. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we chatted a little bit and BS and stuff. Talked about my shop supposedly getting built. They keep telling me end of next week. Each week, the last number of weeks now, it just keeps being told end of next week, end of next week, end of next week. So who the fuck knows? But talked about what compressor to get, some different things, what he recommended. Talked about what kind of insulation to get. Talked about some of the stuff. He's a very engineer brain dude, and I love talking to him because he is willing to give you what he thinks is the best advice. Whether it is the best advice or not, there's no idea. Whether it's the best advice for me or not, we have no idea. But it's the best advice for him and the way he would want the shop set up. So that's what he's willing to give you. A lot of people, like my grandfather's whole life, have been like, oh, I don't want to tell you what I think, because if it turns out to be wrong, then you would might have been like, nope, I'm asking you for any advice because I have no idea what to do next. And you're an old man. You've had a lot more life ahead of me, and you won't give me any advice at all. So fucked up is this, but yeah. So he's willing to just like, hey, this is, you need this, this, this. These are what I use. This is what I'd buy again if I'd known before I bought what I have now, and so on and so forth. He's really like just matter of fact, like almost like on the spectrum side of just like, this is what you need. You know, if you don't like it, don't take my advice. Don't take my advice. I don't care. But this is the advice I'm giving, and that's what I want. I want somebody to give me just straightforward, no bullshit advice. And if I want to take it, I'll take it. If I don't want to take it, I won't take it. So that's one of the things I really enjoy. So he just got a paint in a Camaro, which kind of looked around a little bit and stuff. There's a few little spots that if you were paying somebody 10 grand for, you would not have been happy with, but they're not paying this guy 10 grand to do it. And on top of that, he hasn't wet sanded it out yet and stuff. He literally just got it sprayed. It still stunk like paint in there. So it was brand new. It had not been basically wet buffed or nothing yet. So I didn't expect it to be perfect. So got back home from that, got myself a shower, and figured what we're gonna do for dinner. So we knocked out ourselves a nice little dinner. I wasn't really feeling hungry, so I had lunch, and like that, she ended up having a burrito. I ended up having cottage cheese and tomato. So kind of an odd dinner, but it is what it is. Got the dog fed again, all that good fun stuff. Watched an episode of Shameless, and then headed outside. Enjoyed a beautiful night. Weather stunning. Oh my God, it's so nice. This is so beautiful. It's not cold yet. I don't need to put woolly socks on, but it's not stupid hot in the day. This is perfect weather. Like, houses would be $1.5 million minimum if it was like this every damn day of the year. Like, it was absolutely flawless. So, but yeah, it is what it is. So got that done, and wife went to bed. I came in after the evening after my cigar and headed in. Ended up watching a little bit of I watched some Castle, and wrapped it up. She was too late for her to watch anything with me, so watched that alone as she kind of finished playing a few games, and then wrapped her night up and went to sleep. I put a comedy special on, and I wrapped it up and called myself a day. So yeah, that's pretty much what we had for the day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Talk to you guys. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.